Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Monday, July the 10th, 2023. Monday, July the 10th. Okay, can we all guess who got shot? Bingo, Curtis. Curtis is the one who got shot. Actually, when he heard the shots being fired, he kind of intentionally kind of like went towards where Jordan and Portia was. You know, he was trying to make sure he could protect them and he got shot in the back. Okay, which, you know, had he not taken that shot in the back, Jordan could have been shot. I mean, because he was more fake going towards her. Well, Portia was there too. Portia, it was either Portia or Jordan who would have gotten shot, right? But Curtis moved himself in the way. Um, Dante is making sure everybody's down. Portia sees Curtis is down. So she is like, oh no, Curtis. She crawls her way over to Curtis. She's trying to put some pressure on the gunshot wound and she's panicking. And Jordan's already calling for the SWAT team. And she's like, good, somebody called it in. And so then she crawls over to Portia and says, how can I help? And she goes, I need towels. So Jordan goes, gets some, really, they were big cloth napkins. She gives them to Jordan, and Jordan's putting pressure on the wound. Well, meantime, actually, Jordan was talking to Chase. Chase was downstairs, and Chase says, it's already been called in. I'm here at the hotel downstairs. I'm coming up, right? And as he's talking, Finn and Elizabeth, who also heard the shots, they come running out. We heard gunshots. And he goes, good, you're here. I need your help. So he takes them upstairs and they get up there. Portia's pressuring the wound, saying, Curtis, right? So Finn and Elizabeth take over. You know, they turn him over. Finn says the bullets in his back lodged near his spine. I don't know how he knew it was lodged near his spine, but okay. Because it did go in the back, but does Finn have X-ray vision? Zoom, right there near the spine. I could see through the shirt, the skin, and the blood. You know, because he wasn't digging in there to feel where the bullet was. But anyway, that's here and there. Finn's guesstimation was right. So paramedics come and they take Curtis to the hospital. Portia rides in the ambulance with him. Now, Sonny's guy, Gabe, he's got a new security guard or security personnel. Gabe's kind of cute. Okay. I'm like, Gabe, where you come from, Gabe? Right? So Gabe, Sonny says, look, because we saw this part yesterday. Do you see a shooter? And Gabe says, no, I think it was from one of those rooms up there, but I don't see any activity. So of course, Sonny got to be Sonny, macho mob boss, standing up there. And Doctor's like, Sonny. And he goes, all right, you want me? Come and get me. Right. And then when nothing happens, that's actually what allowed the paramedics to come in and take care of Curtis, because they were keeping the paramedics away because they didn't want them to get into the line of fire. So Anna is talking to Sonny, and she's saying that, you know, Sonny, this could, well, no, Dante, they're talking to each other. And Dante walks up and he goes, the shooter was in one of those rooms over there. I mean, in the building. We're trying to get more intel. But either one of you were the target, probably the intended target. But he said, of the bullet over here. Because realize, one bullet hit the water in the pool, another bullet hit by where Anna and Sonny were, and the other bullet hit Curtis, right? And so Dante says it could have been one of you two. So he walks away. He's getting ready to go. No, he's getting ready to walk away, I think, to talk to question other folks. And Anna and Sonny are talking, and Anna's like, you know, do you have any idea, you know, who's targeting you? And Sonny kind of looked at her and he goes, or you. But he didn't harp on or her because he already knows now this is the second attempt on his life, right? And so she goes, has an incident like this happened before? And so Sonny looks at her, and it looks as if he might tell her that somebody tried to shoot at him in one of his properties. But we'll see. Usually Sonny keeps stuff real close to the vest. And Anna's not the new police commissioner yet, but Sonny knows to keep stuff pretty close to the vest where Anna's concerned. You know, he can only trust her when she needs him to break her out of being taken to jail in a transport, right? Okay, then we could depend on Sonny. We besties, but don't tell me too much because soon as I pick up the badge, oh, I'm not forgetting what you told me. So we shall see. We shall definitely see. And then let's see. I think that Brooklyn comes up. Chase. And he's like, Brooklyn, this is a crime scene. You shouldn't be here. No, they said that, it was all clear. I got the all clear. I had to see with my own eyes that you're okay. That girl cannot close her mouth. What is it? Her mouth has to stay open. So anyway, he lets her know, look, he's fine, but he's got to do his job. And Dante, so he leaves and he tells Dante, look, I got a report that there was only one occupied room up there that overlooks the pool, one unoccupied room. So they both go check it out. And of course, in that room, they find this nice big old assault rifle up just under the sofa and behind the sofa, not really under it, behind it, and shell casings and everything. And Dante told Chase, we're not going to find nothing out of this. He said, this is staged. This is too clean, too easy. They wanted us to find the gun and the shell casings, and we're not going to be able that we're going to come up with nothing, right? But they, of course, have forensic CSI come up so that they can properly handle the gun and the whole room, because the shooter was at that room. Now I was wondering, where was Dex? Well, Dex had actually just gone off duty just a bit before Gabe came on, because he was meeting Jocelyn at the park and he bought her some, latte or whatever. And he didn't really know Trina was going to be there. And so they were talking and Trina was like, oh, she would, let them have a private little picnic because, they're kissing and everything. And Trina's just smiling and thinking, okay, I don't want to be a third wheel, especially since I don't have my boyfriend here that I'm kissing on, right? So she goes to get up, and soon as Trina's talking to Jocelyn, even from the first scene, I said, okay, she's sick. She either has some kind of laryngitis or she's medicated enough to do her work that day, but that girl's sick, right? You could hear it in her voice. She could barely say words properly. That's how congested and sick she is. So anyway, they said, no, stay. Jocelyn says, I want my best friend to know my boyfriend, So they stay and they talk, and yeah, a matter of chit chat. I fast forward a lot of that. And then Dex gets a phone call, and it's from Gabe. And Gabe said there was another attempt on Mr. Corinthos's life on top of the poolside. And Dex says, wait, what? I just left there. And he goes, yeah, he says, is Mr. Corinthos okay? And he goes, yes, he's okay. There was another person shot here. And he tells Dex who it is. And Dex looks over at Trina because Trina and Joss is like, what? Is Mr. Corinthos okay? So as soon as he comes back over, Jocelyn is like, what's going on, Dex? What happened? And he goes, there was a shooting at the pool top at the Metro Court. She says, oh no. And so she goes, was anybody shot or hurt? And he goes, one person, Curtis Ashford. And Trina's eyes are like, what? So meanwhile, Portia makes it to the hospital in the ambulance. and the nurse, Deanna, pretty much have to push Portia out the room because Portia's all in the way. So, Curtis, save my husband, Curtis. Oh. So she goes, no, you got to go out. You cannot be in here. We have to be able to work on him, right? So Portia's like, yeah, I know, like I know. But Curtis, save my husband. Just make sure you save my husband. Yeah, my husband, that earlier that day, you still didn't know if you wanted to talk to that husband, right? So anyway, then Trina calls her. No, Jordan is standing there, and Zeke and Portia come in. And Zeke is like, Portia? Like, kind of like, Portia, how are you? And George's like, Portia? Like, how's Curtis? So she goes, they're working on him right now. They're prepping him for surgery. I know exactly what they're doing in there to him. And they've got to save Curtis. They've got to save my husband. And so Portia gets a phone call from Trina. And Trina said, oh, she had just heard, and how is he, and what's going on? And so Portia said, gave him a little rundown. And then she goes, wait a minute. How did you hear about this? And then we don't hear it, but she tells him, Dex told her. So Trina shows up, right? And she's, Mom. And so, but before she showed up, Zeke is over with Jordan. And Jordan says, Zeke, you should be with your sister. She needs you right now. And he goes, Portia knows who I am. He goes, she knows I'm right here. Please, girl. He goes, besides, her daughter's coming. And it's right about then is when Trina shows up. But Zeke was like, no, I'd rather hold your head. Cause see, I'm trying to get somewhere else with you. I'm trying to get to third base and make another home run with you, girl. That's just my sister over there. So Trina and Jordan, they're together and they're, kind of consoling each other. And Jordan says, okay, I'm the acting mayor. Well, I'm the acting deputy mayor, but in Laura's absence, in fact, I'm the acting mayor, right? So she goes, I have to hold a press conference and I have to ensure the public that they are safe. So I've got to go do that now, right? So he goes, if you need a lawyer, I'm available. And when he said that, I thought, how stupid a line is that? Why would Jordan need a lawyer at a press conference? They weren't trying to shoot her. She happened to be on the scene like he happened to be on the scene. So why would he need an attorney? Why would she need an attorney? And Jordan goes, no, I can handle this. And he goes, well, can I at least walk you out? And so she goes, yeah, that's fine. That'll be fine, right? So Zeke walks out Jordan, okay? So now we have, of course, big mouth Christina. They're not knowing that Molly did here, right? And she's saying, yeah, that's the perfect idea. I'm healthy. Hopefully in a couple of years, I will have met somebody. Please let me have met somebody. But right now, I ain't got nothing to do. 9 months goes by fast. Like easy peasy. And Alexis is like, it's a little too fresh, Christina, for you to propose that to TJ and Molly. They're just digesting the information she got. They need some time. Just give them some time. So Christina looks at her mother and she said, well, that's the opposite of what I think they need. And as soon as she said that, Alexis looked, she goes, why is it I knew that's exactly what you would say? right? Because Christina, to be a Corinthos, I don't get it. She doesn't have any of that real savvy instinct about her at all. I mean, she is just that neglected child. I mean, I don't know, right? And so Sam ends up telling her, how her baby story, how she lost her first daughter, Lila, who in fact her stem cells saved Christina's life from her cancer, right? Christina was 2 and came up with this rare form, probably I think a form of leukemia, early childhood leukemia. And when Sam's baby was stillborn, and actually even before that, Alexis was going to ask to see if they could have the no, not before that, because Sam went into early labor, so nobody knew she was going to go into labor that fast, right? But after the baby was stillborn, the doctors had told Alexis that there's only a certain amount of hours that the umbilical cord would be viable, right? So Alexis, at this point, Alexis and Sam didn't know they were mother and daughter. Matter of fact, Sam couldn't stand her. And Alexis had to go in, Sam was in the chapel and asked for her stem cells from the baby. And Sam ripped her to shreds, up and down. Oh, no, not giving nothing from my daughter to you, right? And so Sam had to, I think Jason was there when Alexis asked Sam, and then Alexis went to Sonny. But it was in fact Jason that calmed Sam down and got Sam to realize that it was okay. I mean, that think of something good that could come out of this, right? And if that could save another one of Sonny's daughters, because realize Lila was Sonny's daughter too. So if Lila could save her sister, that would be a good thing. See, Sam didn't know she was Christina's sister. You get this triangle. But Sam's baby was also Christina's sister. I'm just saying. Like soap operas, sometimes they'll get it just close enough, not for it to have truly been creepy. Okay? You know what I'm talking about, folks. So anyway, Sam did agree, and that's how Christina is here today. But Christina, after she heard Sam's story, and she goes, because they said you haven't truly thought of the whole picture, how it's going to be, you carrying a baby for 9 months. You feeling it grow, you getting attached to it. You say 9 months is not a long time, but 9 months can be a very long time for you to bond. And so Christina's thinking about it, and she goes, you know what? You're right. I haven't thought this through. This is a big, big decision. And she said, I'm just happy that I didn't say anything to TJ and Molly. Well, of course, Molly had already heard. And so TJ had her around the side, another whole nother area in the club, and they're just talking. And Molly was saying that Christina wants to just one-up her. Christina has to make everything about Christina. She goes, and if Christina is the surrogate, everything will be about her. And she goes, and she would rub it in my face that she was the healthy one. Her eggs were healthy and mine weren't. And she's the only one that can have a baby with you, and she says, I just don't want that. I know, because she goes, as it is right now, I have to come out here because I'm going to say something to my sister that I might not be able to take back, because I've asked them to give me some time, not to think about my infertility issues. Just give me tonight, right? They couldn't even do that. Well, Christina couldn't. Okay. So TJ said, Molly, I do know how your sister is. She has the typical Jan Brady middle child syndrome. She does want everything to be about her. I've watched her for years turn everything, in every situation she can, to make the family focus on her. So I understand where you're coming from with your sister. You know, she goes, Christina can be selfish, but she can also have a big heart at the same time. And he goes, I've seen that in her. And so Molly said, you know what, you're right. She can have a big heart. She goes, and so then they talk. She goes, we haven't even talked about, do you want children? And he goes, ultimately, yes, I want children. He goes, but it doesn't have to be right now. He says, we have so many other ways to explore, to expand our family. No decisions have to be made right now, Molly. And she goes, you're right. We don't have to make a decision right now. She said, but the only plus with Christina being our surrogate is I share some DNA with Christina. So therefore, I would share some DNA with our child. She goes, that is a plus. So, I mean, she might be our best option. I may not like the option, but she might just be our best option. So now that he goes, well, whatever option, whether she's the best or whether she's not, TJ said, it's our decision, Molly, to make when we're ready. So they had a nice little tender moment. Finally, she's letting him in, be her partner and comfort her. So now we're moving on to Esme and Spencer. They're at the parenting class. Spencer's being Spencer, little jerk face at the instructor, because she goes, oh, we're not going to give you answers on how to raise a baby. And Spencer said, well, if you're not going to do that, then what are we here for? Which was, okay. So she goes, okay, well, here's the thing. There's no textbook that's going to tell you the absolute right way to raise a child, to handle a baby. A lot of suggestions, a lot of, you could try this in this situation. She says, but what this class is going to do is equip you partners and parents with techniques to work with each other. Because, it takes two. If there's two available, it takes two. But sometimes there's no meeting of the mind. There's no cooperation amongst the two, because there's different ideas and different views that you haven't worked out where the baby is concerned. This class will help you to communicate with one another better, because children feel tension. They feel it. And we want to make sure that they're in a healthy, thriving environment. So Spencer was kind of like, yeah, okay, because I need help with that one, right? He's like, all right, you're making a little sense there. So she's giving him a quiz, and it's a quiz on, how do you feel? When do you feel the baby should go to bed? When do you feel, probably on choice of foods and blah, 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 blah. So Spencer is writing his answers down, and she's kind of trying to look at his page, Esme. And he goes, why are you, and he kind of like, why are you looking? I put 7 p.m. because that's when you want Ace to go to bed. And so she goes, oh, okay. So she's doing hers, he's doing his. And another scene when they come back to the instructor says, now, either you two are reading the exact same parenting book, or you guys copied off of each other's, or you copied the answers because your answers are identical. And so Esme said, we're reading the same parenting book. And so she goes, well, it's good that you both even read a parenting book, right? And so Spencer, she goes, because you're young parents. And it's rare that young parents are even at classes like this. And so Esme says, oh, no. He's not my baby's father. He's my baby's brother. He's very involved. And so the instructor's like, well, that's even rarer, right? And so Spencer says, and she's actually a good mother. She found the parenting book for us to read. She found this class, even though it was definitely Portia. He left that out because he knows it's Portia. She told him. Dr. Robinson recommended it. And he said, so, I thought, okay, if it's for my brother. So after the class is over, now mind you, Jocelyn and Dex brought Trina at this time, and Jocelyn tells Dex, I need to go do something because Trina needs Spencer. And she knew where Spencer was, right? Now, I don't know everybody. In this situation, yes, Spencer is her boyfriend. But right now, Trina and her mother are consoling each other. If Trina wanted Spencer, Trina would call Spencer, right? And say, Spencer, I need you. So Jocelyn goes over to where the class is going to be. And what she sees, Esme, and trust me, Esme is warming up to Spencer. She's nuzzling her way closer through the baby to him. Now, I honestly believe some of her memories are definitely back, right? I believe that. But she also is, goodness, she's seen him without a shirt. She's young, who wouldn't? Compared to his daddy. Come on now, I'm just saying. So Jocelyn walks in the door, and Spencer had just told him a childhood memory because she goes, about Ace's bedtime. Yes, 7:00 is what I put, but I realized I never asked you your opinion on when you feel Ace should go to bed, right? So then he was talking about how his father used to let him stay up late. Yeah. And so she puts her hand on his shoulder. I thought, there you go. Start touching, right? And Jocelyn walks to the door as she sees that, and the look on her face was like, oh no, I really got to get all in the middle of this. No way. Okay. And we know how Jocelyn is when she wants to get in the middle. But guess what? You don't want Spencer in the middle of you and Cameron, Jocelyn. So tell Spencer what you want to tell him, and then shut your mouth. Because you did do his boy Cameron dirty with Dex. So you are not the one to talk. So anyway, everybody, that's it. That's it for General Hospital Day today. Let's go to Comment Corner. We have a lot of comments. I'm going to set my timer on 10 minutes. I'm going to end at exactly 10 minutes. Let's get it going. All right. Skanona Full says, I used to wonder if they were going to put Sunny and Anna together. It would be interesting if they did. Maurice and Fiona are good together. And Anita says, I hope not. Anna and Valentine have great chemistry. I'm with you, Anina. Anina. Oh my goodness. I'm with you, Anita. I think Valentine and Anna have the best chemistry. Anna and Sunny have a good frenemy relationship. And then Richard says to Anita, facts. So then Yolanda says, you're right. Christina will try to keep the baby. That's when I said it's going to be rough with Christina being that surrogate. LaShanta says TJ and Molly I'm not feeling. Christina is impulsive, boring. I don't like how they're writing Chrissy. I know. Alexis is not going to say anything. She will say, she says whatever she wants. Chase suspects something. Who shot in the Metro Court in broad daylight with all the people? Portia, have a seat. I know she doesn't think Jordan owes her anything. I see Jordan like Zeke, but he's messy. Pikeman is dangerous. Pikeman too dangerous. I'm gonna love watching Portia squirm. And then Lucy says, Daily Recap Lady, here's my suggestion. Everyone can tell a story they'd like to see in the future. Oh, that's a pretty good one. A storyline they would like to see in the future. That's a pretty good suggestion, Lucy. And this Chemo Beauty said, Daily Recap Lady, you left off the most exciting part at the end, and you're right. This Chemo Beauty, I forgot to say there were shots fired, and Dante said everybody down at the end of the last recap. I skipped my mind, right? And then Jordan yelled also. That was a good cliffhanger for Friday. So you're right, this Chemo Beauty. Ron says, I wonder who will catch the bullet, Dante or Sonny. Either way, whoever is shooting is a poor marksman. I know them bullets were flying everywhere. Lisa said, Christina needs to turn the volume down on her mouth. While Christina will fall in love with that baby, she will want him and or her. Oh, she will want him, TJ, to feel the baby kick, to feel the moves in her belly. Christina will fall in love with TJ and his tenderness towards her. Why would Tracy go to the family dinner? I don't know. Tracy can be one of the most inappropriate people I know. Lisa says, Zeke and Jordan should not be together. They are not a power couple that Jordan deserves. Portia is becoming annoying. My goodness, she has to put herself in everybody's business. Lisa says, thank you for clearing up about Chase, how he got another chance with the police department. Barbara says, even if Christina carries the baby, a donor egg could be used. That's true. They could just have another egg from someone else. But then, like Molly was saying today, the perk about it being Christina's egg is she would have shared DNA with her baby. So that's, man, we all know that's going to be a hot mess. DB says, hi, Daily Recap Lady. I tuned in to hit the like and listen to you. I hate to be negative, but I can't stand Portia, and I can't wait to see her husband fall apart over Jordan and her brother. Also, the Davis girls need to test their strength. Yeah, the Davis girls. I would love to see TJ and Christina bond over the baby. And then Cindy says, I can do without the Davis women's spa days or nights. Molly and Christina are very immature. Sam drones on about whatever, and Alexis acts like she's sitting on a poker. You know, she's like, I don't know if I should say something. Ooh, and, Alexis does seem like she's on edge all the time, right? There's more tension in their get-togethers than fun. I don't know why they keep doing it. Well, the actual tension is mainly when Christina is around. Christina and Alexis are like complete oil and water. Sam and Alexis can have a good time. Alexis and Molly, because Molly treats her definitely with that motherly relationship. Because Christina wants to be the entire opposite and say the opposite of everything Alexis wants to say. I am says, is Erica Kane paying Martin to work with Tracy to get the Deceptor? Pine Valley's cosmetic mogul is Erica. And then Nakisha says, I'm sure people feel like it's a spoiler on this channel because it has spoilers in the name. I'm afraid that some may avoid the channel because they think you post spoilers. No, believe it or not, the reason why spoilers, GH spoilers, where's the name of my channel? I have to think about it. GH spoilers and YH Today. is for search algorithms in YouTube. GH spoilers is one of the highest search terms. So therefore, I put that in the name so that when people are typing it, my channel comes up. It's for the algorithm. That's why. And then people end up saying, hey, she's pretty interesting. We get some dialogue going on with the chat, right? I kind of like that. So that's why I do it. Sabrina says, hi, recap lady. You did not mention the shot at the end. You're right, Sabrina. I sure forgot to mention it, right? Curtis was headed that way. But, you know, you think Anna shielded Sunny, or it was the other way around. Sunny was telling her, get down, right? He was kind of pushing her more to the side. Just a thought. And then Richard says, another great recap, daily recap lady. Thank you for giving us the breakdown of the episode. Patty Forever says, I can't wait. Oh, you know what, Patty? You gave a Young and the Restless recap. That one goes for Young and the Restless. And then ECM says, I hope somehow the shooting ties Curtis and Miss Wu. I just want Portia to suffer. Oh my goodness. I can't stand her, Curtis. Yeah, I know. They're I like Curtis and Jordan better than Portia and Curtis. And Gwendolyn says, where is, you said Tiger, it's Taggart. He's not there for Trina. He never has been anywhere when Trina could use a shoulder to cry on. It doesn't make any sense. I know, and Jordan wanted to elect him to be the commissioner. Please, Taggart ain't around enough. Kim says, I like your reviews because I've been trying to contact you. I wanted to say I'm glad to have someone else look at my stories and listen to or talk to LOL. You stay strong and long. Okay, thank you so much. I guess from where you're at, Channel 7, of course, General Hospital's on Channel 7, but maybe other soaps are on Channel 62. So yeah, we've got other YouTubers that don't hit Channel 7 as much. So you know what? I am so glad you did find me. And then you're thinking that Aunt Stella is actually Curtis's mother. They just haven't brought that out yet, Kim, but we something is left with that. I don't know. There is a story between Stella and Marshall. Kim also says, now I say daily recaps. And Kim also says, I like how you break down each of the episodes. Thank you so much, Kim. Thank you, Comment Corner. I will be back tomorrow for another daily recap of General Hospital.